If you guys were not aware, this new Global Lab update just got posted and they're revealing the first iteration of our family unit integration, which cool, great. They've already mentioned that during the Calpheon Ball, but the way that they're doing it is kind of redundant. You know, they're taking the same Liana's tool bag and making it into its own little UI. You didn't have to. All you had to do is make the bag shared, but they're adding the fishing pole, the lures, and the harpoons. Now, there's a glaring issue with that. I don't care about the fishing poles. That's great. That's cool. That's fine. They could have added our riding crop. We're missing our riding crop in there. This is the first iteration. This is not what we're actually getting. They have time to change it. I just find it interesting that they went ahead and did this, and I noticed on the feedback forums that someone pointed out a great little workaround for all of this. I'm going to pull that up for you guys real fast. Again, I do find it completely embarrassing that they thought that this was a great idea. We already had the bag. All you had to do is make it shared. But the crop and the matchlock, I mean, I understand the matchlock more, but we need the crop. All right, so Paco over here, the family name Paco, over here pointed out that they could have changed the whole family shared tools into just making the whole entire life skilling gear, which at this point they might as well. You know, you're making everything else shared within the family for life skilling. You might as well go ahead and change the whole UI into just adding our clothes, our accessories, everything life skilling. Like, look at that. The matchlock, your sniper hunting rifle, your crop. They can easily put a crop little slot there. I fully agree with this feedback post here. You guys should definitely head over to the feedback forum, give it a like, upvote it, share your opinion, but like this right here, this is kind of redundant. We didn't need it. We already had the Liana's tool bag. They could have shared it and did something else or whatever. I fully agree with this whole little UI. We're already getting the family shared this, family shared that, family this, family that. We might as well make the gear. Do you really want to go out and have to tap up more and more of your accessories and your gear if you want to have it on your alts? No, you don't want to do that. Torture going for Tet. No one goes for fucking pen, but if I have pen, I would like it to at least be shared within the family. You know, I don't want to have to go through all of that again and or pay all of that again if I want to have an alt with the accessories. They dropped a ball. It's going to be embarrassing. I don't know what to tell you guys with life skilling. Consider life skilling dead. Like, there's no hope for me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys feel about it. I'm kind of curious. I just found it interesting, and I had to stop everything that I was doing just to go check out what this feedback post was talking about. And sure enough, I don't think they really understand reading the feedback post or what we really want. Now, there's another change that is coming, which I do fully like accept. The whole allowing your season characters to equip your life skilling gear. Great. Finally. We've only been complaining about that for what, like a year now, 2 years now. But if you guys have our season character out there, you guys wanted to level it up and all that, you now can do that on the season with your life skilling, not combat. I'm saying life skilling. You now are able to do that, and the shared tools should be shareable with the season tunes too whenever this comes out. But again, this is just the first iteration. It's not what we're getting. It's not the end product. You know, there is a lot of time for them to go ahead and change it around. I understand not adding the matchlock because it goes into your weapon slot. It's not exactly your tool slot like all the other ones, but the fishing chair, you could add the fishing chair too. There's a lot of other things that they could have done, and they're dropping the ball on this. We already have a lot of riding crops. We could just go ahead and make that shared too and reduce all of the need for 20,000 riding crops because you have 20,000 alts. Like, come on. Like they said on the forums, if Pearl Abyss doesn't listen and continues to go ahead with their plan and they drop the ball on release, it's embarrassing. Like, I'm gonna feel bad for being a life skiller if Pearl Abyss cannot even listen to us when we're giving positive feedback. There are other tools that we could have shared, and they're like, oh yeah, just a fishing tool because it's AFK, the harpoon, even though no one uses the fucking harpoon. How many of you guys actually do harpoon fishing? Tell me. Out of all of you guys right now, how many of you guys do harpoon fishing? And if all of you guys say you do, you're lying to me. You're bullshit liars, and you're trying to gaslight me. Like, no one bothers with harpooning. It's a dead life skill, or a dead life skilling activity. So why are we getting it into the shared? You know, yeah, you guys usually watch me to do harpooning. That's how you guys do harpooning. No one bothers with it. I just thought about this with this whole family integration or family unit integration that's coming out. I feel like this whole update that's about to happen is a great win for all of the new players, the season characters, anyone that's trying to start out and all. It's a great fucking win for you guys having the ability to use your life scaling gear on the season characters. But again, for veterans, we got fucked. We got the shaft on this one. Yeah, just starting out, you guys are golden. Get started with your life scaling and all that shit without having to enter the main population. I could be wrong. This could be a bad take. You know, you guys could be making fun of me and all that dumb shit. I just don't feel as though this is going to be a beneficial thing, and or they're going to drop the ball. It's going to look great. It's going to seem like it's a great thing, and then when they actually do decide to come out with it and show us the last phase of it, it's going to be a massive finger to us. So like I pointed out earlier, there's nothing being solved. How are you just going to remove the Liana's tool bag, call it a solution, and add it right back into the game as a UI? Like, that's not how you solve a problem. Like you said, you're still having the problem with your mastery clothes, you're still having the problem with your accessories. This doesn't do anything. It was redundant. We didn't need it. All you had to do is, what, check a box and have the tools as a shareable thing. All those weapon brand stones that you guys used for your fishing rods, for your alt or your main and blah blah blah, like now all of that money is out the window. You know, your fishing rods are shared. For a veteran player, it'll make the inventory management slightly easier, but still, a lot of our money that we put in for the weapon brand stones and things like that are now being null and void, and it really sucks because now if I have all these tools, why do I have all these tools? There's no reason to have it in my inventory, but yet I do because I don't want to get rid of it because of the weapon brand stones. Like, that was money out of my pocket. And yeah, it's only like, what, $5 at the most or blah blah blah, but like, do you want to crumple up $5 and throw it out? Like, right now, open your wallet, take out $5 and just throw it out into the trash, and do that for every tool that you have, all those extra fishing rods and everything that you branded back when all of this was not even a conceptual idea. I'll always say, like, these updates are great for the newer players, for those that are trying to come into the game, getting that new money, but for us veteran players, we are not looking too great on the quality of life updates over here. That's a great idea, going ahead and just adding more onto the Liana's tool bag so we don't have to get rid of it. That would have been a nice little solution. All you had to do is just make the slot shareable too. That's also a possibility. If you have the Liana's tool bag, boom, now you can share it. But no, a whole new UI. I'm glad you're giving your art department something to work on, but god damn. They should have done this a lot sooner when we were all complaining and asking for it, but again, do they even listen? When you say they've gotten better, we've gotten 2 months of life skill updates or upgrades or anything like that, are you referring to veteran players, or are you referring to the newer player base? Because as a veteran player, I don't see any real upgrades or anything done for life skilling. But if I was a newer player, yeah, by God, like, all of these updates are great. It's going to help me get out there and life skill and everything. But in terms of those who have already done that leveling, that has gotten past that point, is it really an upgrade? Is any of this really helping us veteran players? And I'm not talking about taking it for face value either. I'm not talking about, oh, well, yeah, a lot of us veteran players wanted to be more AFK and just have our alt sitting in one place and didn't want to have to level it up and blah blah blah. But I'm talking about the money making that we can do, the overall motivation to go out and do our life skills, like all of that shit after you've hit guru, after you've gotten your whole little leveling process done. Like, as a veteran player, like, what upgrade have we gotten? And I don't want to hear about that G50 to G100 little bracket that has no reward and there's no real meaning to go for it other than a fucking ranking system that you automatically got to rank when they merged all of the life skills together. Yeah, out of the last 2 months of our upgrades, like, as a veteran player, what have we gotten? It's all benefiting the newer players, your seasoned characters, those that are just getting into the game, that are so naive that they don't know about the cash shop, the woes and cons, and all of the shifty practices that Prolibus will go ahead and employ just to get an extra $20 from you every month. You know, that's what the updates are mainly geared for. But as us veteran players, we are now limited to hunting and mob grinding. We need more funding for Crimson Desert, guys. Again, let me know how you guys feel about it. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. I'm curious about how you guys feel and your own opinion on this.